me free meet my SMT ba me Shadan tenacity say ada say me be Shatta album e be at that time meeting there year course be cry the anya business we be cry kwa.
We're back again to discuss issues relating to the arts and entertainment, of course, with a touch of wit. On this episode of E-Forum on GhanaWeb TV, the name is Abrantipa. Today I have Nana Romeo. He's a he's a broadcaster with Accra FM, and then Olili Salvador is with 3 Media Networks. Gentlemen, thanks for joining me on the show.
You're welcome.
Nana Romeo, this week we're trending scene will be Nana pressure. I need to say.
Oh, no, my cry.
No,
I saw him say a tough skin. Kokura body.
Sir.
Skin here tough too. Yeah,
you. And you. Course my.
Cobbing.
It be a busia. Nana, yet is a woody. You sense some more, but maybe I'll talk of fake dear.
I dare back where I'm finished. I mean, so I wouldn't answer for. Because me free me, mamma, when I'm 16 years, me no want to be. And I'm limited no more be seen it. Say nyame adom na manya problem anya na manyi na wi no na mani da ho se mesha da se me kope problem ti asem bia meka bia na me o minyina so me kasa keke bia me ye bia ma minim bia me ye nti obi anka na komanto ni
Nana we say ni de eja yes e wo court nti na mpese me hu se ne o ho tie nti en de e nkomu bia sa. But quickly let's talk about Shatta Wale and Dosty. So Shatta Wale and Dosty, I actually don't know. You see, until this issue, then I didn't know that Shatta made some comments about Dosty's mother. Because the minimum say, there was a time Dosty was playing a show years ago. Name say one of these whole weeks. Our boss Shatta Nyong introduced men for G2 Munia the so Andy and Shatta I know say there's some sort of relationship be or ho. And I know say 1-2 Shatta be also no my that thing has been going on. But I didn't know that there was this insult to Dosty's mother. Now, if you obey your show, what punk crying is and for say, Senko Timmy discuss Shatta Wale album. No. But first off, what is Shatta album? No?
To be honest, I mean, so
Untie. I don't know, Untie. We a radio presenter.
I don't know, but Shatta Nyomo Chimesa. Tiana me said I'm following him, sir. Oh, he said I'm a fan of Shatta. Especially when it comes to his music, me Shadanya a fan of him. But
why do you when we say pay but maybe our listeners on person mutie?
And we say idea pencil there. To me, fine. Make me be a once me free. I make me say me but me Shadan tenacity say that just maybe Shatta album. Maybe at that time make him there year course be cry the anya business we be cry.
Okay.
In your time, sir. Maybe I me take care more. Be I make me independent of a shame. Me Shadanya a fan of Shatta Wale. To be honest.
You want some man for Bashi and Dosty on what he did because Osi Shatta didn't name my attempt. So on funny platform and promote Shatta Wale. Because ni mami anguna anka Shatta nko ni baby or no and Dosty no crampo. People say he could have handled the issue in a more professional way. If you say do no. What do you think should have been done or and also do na
okay. The attorney said, first of all, you betcha Obia or Haying. Ghana and Kassan, bro, we don't like the truth. That's one thing I've observed of Ghana. Majority of Ghanaians don't like it when people are truthful or when people are blunt or when people try to be themselves, Say, Mia, you see, I don't know about those who are watching or those who follow the story. But I mean, when it comes to my mother or anything closer to me, when you play with it, may not be a problem. To the extent say, "Ubedi me mamiatem in public, on stage, for people to hear." Now, better social media. That's below the belt. Enti Andy Diano, so he ni ya. Utumu say, Nandi dada ninga na opekwan bi so. Na wa ventine anga ninga na say, I saw opekwan bi kura bona dada. Eti say ona mo baby na asem hye so na bia obi atia na so. Ai sa na mo ti kroma de ase bibia ha bia me so ka. Enso nke nuru sa o. Andi ade no ahye ni mu ache na opekwan bi a obefa so obe address. E na sa message ne bae. Enti no na was say o take do o ha nsema ndi kan nyina no utumi say nka text message de say nka e normal o na ebia Andy mo review Shatta album na umboy say nka no an so any time for ana bibi ba o he Andy stretch asem no chei because ahye ni mu ache nti na ope opportunity bi a o de be address. I mean me ne ya 100% because sabi Shatta eba no mfie mu kra na Andy anyina ase. Ne maame so anyina ase. But you see one thing about Shatta Wale is he's fond of using people's parents to insult them. Oh mama you say, oh papa you say, you know get money. And why could see I say ono no sa no ma no omu. Ba ye no ma ye free akama mu no. Oh mama de and oh papa. We don't joke with these two people. Until the end of the year no me for so 100%. Shatta you be a oye obi a onunu hu obibi mu kra na ke wo so be ka sorry to on the Dosty. Oni andi na nya. Minim de andi kra de ayew. O se o feature anase Beyonce di oto n'enwum so no. Andi ne Abeku Santana keka ho nsem comparing you to sa akode a ono so Bob Marley, you know that kind of thing. Sabi industry issue. Nti se obi bi ka form a attack them personally. But don't bring anybody's mother. Because they mamen count. Enti Shatta should come out and apologize to Andy Dosty for insulting his mother on stage.
Olele.
Yes.
What are you a Shatta fan? Are you a fan of Shatta?
No, I'm not.
But have you listened to the album?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love Shatta's music.
All right.
To some extent, of course. The ones that, gets us jamming in.
Right. Is the album as bad as some people are making it seem? Because I've heard comments. Ebi mo so omuti album no mo die. Ebi mo say enyum papa bia ani so. Ebi mo say na den na wo GOG album. Na we release, na we no akwa release. There are some people also saying so the album is good. What's your assessment of the album?
I'll be direct and straightforward. I think he did an album for hardcore dancehall fans. So if you're not really a hardcore dancehall fan, you're really not going to appreciate it. That's the honest truth. Because even me, I was trying to find my way, around the album. I hadn't listened to it. I think I just did 2 days ago. Yeah, 2 days ago. So I took my time to listen to it, and really I realized that can't be, because I'm not really a hardcore dancehall person, so I won't be able to appreciate the art that went behind it, But of course, Shatta has been that guy to do any songs he deems fit or he finds very easy to do, be it reggae, be it dancehall. And I wasn't surprised when we started having a conversation about the fact that his album was, topping the iTunes chart in the reggae genre. So I won't speak much on that because I'm not really a dancehall person to say, oh, this album is great. It's not like the Afrobeat or a Highlife or a hip life conversation that we will have easily, So I will leave that to the Black Rastas and then, the ones who are really into dancehall music to really judge, If there's any other thing that I would speak on, is the fact that I think the production of the records could be done better. I know he was bigging up himself for recording, mixing, and mastering, but you see, we need to stop these things. We need to stop it. I mean, nobody's taking away from you that you are talented, but if you want to compete globally, we need to put in the money and get the guys to mix it and make it sound proper. That's my argument. You can't be that one-man business, one-man production company all the time. It's not possible. Burna Boy's Last, if you look at the credits, over 10 people on that song. Ashake was even in there as a songwriter. The last time we were having a conversation about how many Ghanaian artists are even using songwriters these days. You want to take this the video song, Unavailable or whatever, that's catching hit. Peruzzi was a songwriter to that song. He gets his credit. David also gets his credit. We can't be that one-man soldier all the time. Music has expanded beyond just being that face. Bring people who understand the work, who know the work. Let them come in and let them project you and amplify your work. But in your bid to, unless of course you are an upcoming artist, unless of course you are trying to get yourself into the game. But after you've gotten yourself into the game, you've made money. Cough that money out instead of buying a house or look. I don't care what you do with your money, but I'm saying that if you want to represent us well. That's all I'm saying. Spend. The same way you go and buy your blaze, they come and tell us, I bought $50,000. That's your personal problem. But if you want to represent us in the music, that we are all clamoring for the glory and everything, engage people who are, I mean, expect this. I mean, look, I don't know how else we can win this. You get me? Because you can have a good song, you can have a good lyric, but when we are playing your music, it's not carrying the spirit. And that's because you think you can get everything done by yourself. No, you're no longer an upcoming artist. That's right. So move like an established artist. Pay them money. Get your producers. Pay them well to fix you well. It's as simple as that.
So let's talk about the issue with Dosty and Shatta. Onto that.
I think another review said it all.
You fix your mic.
Sorry, I think another review said it all. I mean, of course, I'm equal and I can. And from Ashanti region, so obviously we are very, very tight and close to our parents. We believe that they gave us life, and so you hear that in the future we are Sidam and Mame. That's how personal we are with our parents. It doesn't matter how bad the upbringing may be. You get to a point where you think you can give back. Your parents are the first people you want to give back to, even before your siblings. So that kind of attachment is there. I also think it's borderline offensive to go after someone's parent when you are a professional. It's and like
parent too.
You get it. It's. I don't think. I think Majesty, right? Yeah. I don't think if Majesty went to school and someone is on the Shatta Wale would take it easy. Shatta Wale will go to the school and go and meet whoever.
Would you say that the media has played a role in how Shatta behaves towards that section of the industry? Because I have heard people say, this same person will insult you. The next day, another radio presenter is hosting him or is playing his music. Why won't he continue to disrespect you people?
It's a very delicate and sensitive issue. I'm a believer of don't hate the giver, don't hate the product, and leave the giver out. Like the R. Kelly situation, right? But time and time again, we've seen that the product and the personality are moving together. If we want to cancel Shatta Wale, we might as well cancel everything about Shatta Wale. But when you take some of these things out of the way, Shatta Wale is an amazing artist. He's an artist that has brought some kind of glory to our ecosystem. We cannot deny that. That is where it is very challenging. Maybe if there was another product or another brand that will give Shatta Wale a run for the money, then we will turn our focus to Shatta Wale and not have to care about whatever he does. But as it stands now, he's a guy that's making the news. He's a guy that puts topics on our table when it comes to entertainment conversation, entertainment shows. He's a guy that would want to, and of course, our media thrives on sensationalism, so we are quick to talk about these topics that surround the ecosystem. If we all make a collective effort to move away from that, then we take away that social currency from Shatta Wale. But until then, any small move he makes, we'll talk about it. But I also don't believe that I think the media has equally chastised Shatta Wale when he misbehaves. So it is more of a personal character that needs to have a personal reflection and say, you know what, I'm causing more harm than good. You need to have a self-reflection. There's only much you can say, there's only much you can do, there's only much I can do. We can talk and talk and talk. But if the individual does not see the need to change, then really there's not much we can do. Unless, of course, there's a new wave that comes through and then we move on from Shatta. Until then, we are where we are.
Okay, right. So let's take a quick break. When we return, we'll talk about the VGMAs. There are two things I want us to look at in, talking about the VGMAs. First of all is Ambolley saying that the VGMAs, he's actually blaming the VGMAs for the pace at which the Highlife music is growing in Ghana. And then the VGMAs also, J-Bad's nomination for the Best New Artist category has been revoked after a petition. Remember, last time we talked about the 1 week window. So the petition was filed, and apparently because J-Bad was nominated in the collaboration of the year together with Untold, on Untold's song, he is not qualified to be a nominee for the Best New Artist. Last time is Nana Romeo ne by Yes, Boy, they mentioned it. So we are back to have these conversations. Welcome back. You're still watching E-Forum on GhanaWeb TV. The name is Abrantipa. I'm doing this with Nana Romeo. He's a broadcaster with Accra FM. And Olile Salvador is with 3 media networks. I told you we're going to talk about the VGMA. So our first story will focus on Highlife legend GhanaWeb Ambolley. And there's a story on graphic.com.gh with a headline, VGMA is a curse to Highlife music, attributed to Ambolley. So let me quickly read what he said, what he's quoted to have said. He says, it's unfortunate that people think when you sing in tree or fanti over a dance or reggae beat, it automatically makes it Highlife music. That is not true, but it has become the norm over the years because these are the kinds of music VGMA rewards. Today, if anyone wants to have an idea of what Ghana represents in terms of music, I bet the person will not count any Highlife artists since all the perceived big arts currently are not doing Highlife. We have buried our own and pursuing dancehall music and the likes. And interestingly, the VGMA has been promoting the agenda by rewarding such artists with the topmost prizes. The media cannot be absorbed from what is happening to Highlife music now. They don't do their own research to ask critical questions. For instance, if an artist plays reggae beats and sings tree or fanti, we call it Highlife music, which is totally wrong because Highlife has its own beats. Also, the members of the selective committee of VGMA are also guilty because they don't make the right selection. So if critics say Highlife music is dying, it means some people are not doing their homework well. And this triggered a reaction from KOD, Kofi Ochredakun, 1957. He says, which award scheme has projected our music industry like VGMA since independence? How many have projected our musicians beyond Ghana? How many have consistently done more than 10 years? Some of our musicians have failed to evolve and quick to blame others for their personal mishaps. When was the last time he released an album? He should be blaming some of the radio presenters who don't even play our music. When was the last time or how often do you hear Highlife on radio? VGMA calls some. People should look at evolving and projecting themselves instead of pointing accusing fingers. Ambolley should be bigger than this petty comment and should check how he discredits his fellow industry colleagues too. You are a true celebrity. Don't go this path, say. As one of the last of our old greats left, this is below him. And I think this is an edited post because the first one that came had nonsense in it. But of course, it's been edited. So, but Nana,
bro,
and the radio presenters more Highlife.
Oh, and
This Highlife, oh, you see, we've had the Highlife conversation, whether or not it's dead or not. So I don't want us to go back to the Highlife thing. But is it the case that you don't play Highlife? And why don't you play if that's the case?
But why would somebody say we don't play Highlife?
Do you play Highlife?
Of course. Even this
as
morning.
As much as you are supposed to.
But you know, Highlife is not the only genre we have in Ghana. So we cannot dedicate all the hours and play only Highlife. Don't forget that we also move with the masses. We move with the listeners. At the end of the day, I have to balance it in a way that all the listeners can have their share of the cake. Do you get it? I cannot be on radio every day from Monday to Saturday and be playing Highlife. It's not done like that. Do you get it?
Yeah.
If that's the case, then we should have a whole radio station for Highlife in Ghana and name it Highlife Radio. It's possible. We have Highlife Radio in UK, right? So we can have a Highlife Radio in Ghana whereby we'll be playing only or solely Highlife songs. So why would somebody say we don't play Highlife? You should come out with a proper, I don't know, like a proper survey to prove that indeed we don't play Highlife. We play Highlife songs. Before they used to say that we don't play Ghanaian songs. We play Nigerian songs. Now we are playing Ghanaian songs too. They say we don't play Highlife. We'll start playing Highlife. They'll say we don't play Hip Life. They are confused. They don't even know what they're talking about. Okay, so like I said, I play Highlife. I listen to other radio stations. I hear Highlife on their platform, their networks. So Highlife is still ongoing. We are playing it.
Is it fair? So people blaming VGMA say Oma contributed to Highlife because you see I've forgotten the year, but you notice there were 3 either Highlife songs or Highlife artists of the year.
Yeah.
And around that time, and you be beshe mukran and comfort in a say we any Highlife.
That was Shatta Wale's song. I know my level.
Yeah. So Ambolley is blaming VGMAs. Do you think, say, scheme, no, in a way, it has not been fair to the Highlife genre?
Okay. Anyway, first of all, I salute the legendary J.W. Ambolley. And sorry for that nonsense where that came from our own brother.
Why did he?
I think he also went far. Like we were just talking about Shatta Wale. You see, we need to respect our elders, no matter what, no matter the issue, no matter the argument. Let's be as disciplined as we were taught growing up and all that. I feel he also went overboard saying that such a nonsense. I mean, indirectly you are insulting the man. But I'll come back to that side. You see, J.W. Ambolley can't ask him now. I have a question to ask him. Or not as a Highlife artist, no. Said they're not KOD Kano. When was the last time we releasing your mind? An album. Romeo Kotana ni show so. Obeka say na dey a review J.W. Ambolley ni Highlife album ni abo. Wan kasa kra onye nwum no bimba. That the lumba yenim no. Say nya na no yampo de ofun buyer. Lumba kra release it. Na champion release it. Name the Highlife artists yenim am say we mu na the gurus in Highlife no. They all don't release again. Somebody like Kevin Boy. Also on okra onim general ye. Omo nyina I say Afrobeat, Highlife, omo yebi. Family, they are all trying because they know on person be boxing hu ewo baby baako na anye yi a na waka. They say no busa no say oh I'm versatile. I do everything. I can do all. Say the be ya untumi boxing no faako. Nti so ochena we so ya Afrobeat or ya Afro pop or ya crank or ya hwanhwan a. Also or ya multi talented to me bibia. Nti be hwan nan say artist no ntan hye dan ka say me ye Highlife and me ye Hip Life. No, because Saudi Abra, Highlife no, wait me a catchy. See, J.W. Ambolley.
Obekachi say.
Na say no, oh yes, Saudi Highlife kwa de kwa hin. Because they say marketing on your Highlife.
Down flat say Highlife.
Oh, ye nyina ye nim say. Obi ono America, obi aya wo no UK a wo tie down flat no. Ubusa no no kan say Highlife. Ono be fan say Afrobeat.
But, so who is supposed to do that education?
40 say J.W. Ambolley mono. They need to start coming out to educate us. J.W. Ambolley tie na sem no or say beat bi akeke nipa niya country to super say Highlife. So it means he has a problem with some of the songs. The person said not all the songs we see as Highlife no and a Highlife. So assuming say Romeo me akwada e will be anwumu. Enti brabontin. Na mombra na mombe education no. Now I'm pointing out, okay, a new way, Ghana for say Highlife, but due to when you know, J.W. Ambolley, yeah, say a new way and your Highlife. Now I explain it. Now yeah, nim, yeah, see the future, and I kiss me. Me sound engineer. And the sound engineers and I can say Highlife. And I said, me call music school. And you know, we go by what the sound engineers tell us. Artists now quite a no, or buy and or sing you on a Highlife. Na me na me ko challenge ni say nya Highlife. Enti J.W. Ambolley mumu hu say most of problems we nyina no mo wo bibi kan. Mo bra out. Na mo beka VGMA a wo blame no. O to nyom na VGMA kura mai. E de ben na wo wa ye e de abo Highlife. Apart from J.W. Ambolley, the act himself now ojina ho J.W. no. De ono ayama no ho no. De ben biom no ono ayama Ghana music. Into bracket. No, into bracket. Highlife. Eninti enei obeka say Highlife ni gu. That means oh no when twa sapanto ho.
Oh, bit my person me trust apa, but actually for no one person me this so.
Ucha sapa to ha. Den na Nigeria for ebe fa Highlife no koye. No mo modify Highlife na ene ebe Afrobeat. Den na mo yeto. Nipa ba ko pe fela nko na ba Ghana ha. E na yese obi wi a Highlife koye. Hwe ba bi a ene turu fela. Nigerian music akwakodu. Ade na turu ambulam jedubule ambule. Nka ba now ke ye bo fela na nke abo jedubule ambule. Den na ono so aye.
Olele. I'm into you.
Charlie, sometimes these conversations are very difficult to have. If you ask, both of them are right. Both of them are right. It depends on where you are coming from. And I think it's because Uncle Jedu has seen music progress from a particular point in time.
Yeah.
But where Kodi is coming from is that the Highlife in itself has also evolved.
Yeah.
You know, the last time someone was arguing that Black Sherry's song is Highlife,
It's Highlife,
but it's an evolved
Highlife
version of Highlife. So maybe I think it's just the what you call the classification of the categories we have in the VGMAs is what Jerry Blaze is talking about. But then again, he mentioned that when you look at the Highlife Artist of the Year category, you don't have enough. You don't have like more artists, you know, camped there. You have like 2 or 3.
This year I think we have only 4. So
You see, so maybe to him that is his indication or indicator of the genre is dying from a VGMA point of view. Now, indeed, VGMA has been that platform that has amplified some of these artists. Whether you are an upcoming artist, you are an established artist, or you are a champion in your field. So he thinks that they could use in our bid to find our identity, because this thing comes back to what is Ghana's identity in music. Like Nana Romeo said, Afrobeats, whether it's from South Africa, it's from Gambia, it's from Togo, they think it is Nigerian. They have been able to identify with Afrobeats. Even if you do an Afrobeat song that is great, like Kamido had to suffer several interviews where it was explained that he's not Nigerian, he's Ghanaian.
Even Jackie at the point.
Even Jackie, you get what I'm saying? So I want to believe that Uncle Ambolley is coming from the part where we need to classify these songs properly. So that we can still keep our identity, which is what the world knows as Highlife. Now, KOD is also coming from a point where the VGMAs has had to move the times. At first, we didn't have Hip Life Hip Hop Song of the Year. It was just Hip Life Song of the Year.
Yeah.
Then we had Hip Life Hip Hop Song of the Year. Then we had Contemporary Highlife Song of the Year. So you could clearly see that the board has equally evolved with the times. And like Romeo said, it's moving. The wind is blowing. So if you don't catch up, we are just going to be local champions where we are. So you can't really blame both parties. It's what the masses want to listen to. You know, if today we had a conversation at our studio where we were talking to DJs, and they tell you that, look, when you go to a party and you play a Nigerian song, everybody is jumping. And the moment you put in a Ghanaian song, it becomes a reset. Like, okay, all right. It's not their fault.
It means that if you go to a show and a DJ is playing Nigerian songs, you can't blame the DJ.
You can't blame them.
Because he needs to entertain the people.
Exactly. The moment you switch to a Ghanaian record, now they said, now this is what bust my mind. They said that but when you play an Oforion Ponsa or a KK Fosu, immediately there is this, you know, you get it. So what is the problem?
That's it.
You get, so you when the Highlife conversation cream film. Is it the quality of the music we are churning out now? Is it the lyrics? What is the we need to look at why the diaspora will even come to, because look at some of this December event, if you go, the diasporans who jam to that the Lumba and Kojo, they were not born when these guys were hot. But when you play Oforion Ponsa and KK Fosu, they are excited. When you play our new records, it's like
no man.
I've been to shows where immediately the DJ dropped Angelina by Prayer. The whole place was tense.
And Prayer has been inactive for God knows how long. You know, so there's a real problem we need to fix. There's a real problem we need to fix. This Highlife, we can get to that. But the real problem is, if today you are playing a song from Shatta Wale, maybe, Stonebwoy maybe, but the kind of impact and effect that the Prayers and the TikToks and the VIPs have, after how many years? We are in 2023. After how many years, they still have that impact. And the question is, in the future, if we play any of our current songs, would they have the same impact?
Let's do the J-Bad conversation in 3 minutes. 3 minutes. So J-Bad is out.
Yeah.
Does it take anything away from VGMAs?
No, I think Austin had a valid point, and they had to go check it again. And obviously. I just have a little challenge because I don't know the collaboration of the year, right? They award it to the lead artist, even though it's a group of artists, right? So it's your
No,
talk.
but they said
Two
all,
or more.
yes, two in all. Yeah.
so
So once if you are on it,
Yeah.
And
you're a winner.
the song wins.
The song wins.
Unless you
It
all
covers
get the
all of
plaque.
you.
But who gets the plaque? That's
You
what
are
I want.
all. Unless you are
Oh.
all awarded.
That's the
Then
understanding.
that's
Yeah.
fine. Then that makes sense. It's okay. Yeah.
Are you still looking for it? Say, okay, on it they say.
Arabna.
No. Later, I think someone explained to me.
Okay.
And I was okay because I also learned that even though she has been in the music industry, but since VGMA has never nominated any of her works before, we still see her as an upcoming artist.
Oh, right.
So I think, and I was okay with
But
it.
just to quickly add, I know we don't have time, just to quickly add, if you look at the new artists that have been categorized or have been put in that category, it stands to reason that we are struggling. We are struggling to raise new superstars. Because it's just DJ and Last Mid that are notable. Rabna, yes, honorable mention. But if we take these three out, we have not had this year so far. We've not had like.
There's a problem. I don't know.
Anyways, Charlie.
I think there's a problem in Ghana, but we haven't really found the cause of the. There's a general problem affecting everything, not only musical.
Economy,
but so we are yet to actually know that even our football. Can't you see that the football
actually
decline?
football
Is crazy.
Look at the streets.
The decline is crazy.
I think
And then I'm
something-
about presidential cup, no. Brother, me share park you and I'm say, oh,
It's
Kotoko and
never
Heart,
happened.
free gate.
Before first park Kotoko the house.
Something
Free
is
gate.
wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere.
Yes, I think we need to find the cause.
We are losing it.
But aside that, J bad, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong. You see, I always say, VGMA, they are humans, and they can also make errors and all that. It's normal. I don't blame them. At least it's even nice. Almost 1 week we never said, if there's anything they should fix. And truly, they sat down, they listened to the people, and they fixed it. There's nothing wrong. Just that I feel bad for the artist. I feel a bit bad for him, but sorry to him.
Right. So that's how we end this episode of eForum on GhanaWeb TV. You heard the voices of Nana Romeo. You heard their voices and you watched them. Nana Romeo is with Accra FM. His shows are mid-morning, weekdays, 10 to 12. 100.5 Accra FM. And then Olile Salvador is with 3 Music. Watch their conversation in the morning. It's Culture Daily.
3 Music what?
Yes.
3 Music
3 Music TV.
That's right.
Yeah, 3 Music TV.
You got it.
Culture Daily. And watch their conversations. So thank you guys for coming. And thank you for watching this episode of eForum on GhanaWeb TV. My name is Benefo Boabin Abrantipa.